Same shit that everybody else been saying since I moved to 147. I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? You gonna be just like everybody else. Watch. Watch.
With Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford coming up soon, the heat isn't cooling down anytime soon. Just like at the last press conference, tensions flared again, with both fighters exchanging heated words that cross a line. The whole situation kicked off when Canelo was asked about their previous face-off, and from there, things quickly escalated.
I didn't. He did before. He tried to welcome me back, and it just was my reaction. That's it. I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him, you need to do something. And he did. He did. And now...
After the press conference, Terence Crawford doubled down, saying he was laughing at Saul Canelo Alvarez's behavior and that, honestly, he enjoys all the drama.
After it, as you can see, you know, I love things like that. You know, it excites me. I'm more motivated than ever now.
At the last press conference, Terence Crawford spoke about how Saul Canelo Alvarez shoved him during the face-off. He made it clear, though, that the push didn't scare him at all and had no impact on the game plan he's bringing into the fight.
Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not going to be pushing, we're going to be punching. So it doesn't even matter.
Along with the last press conference, this one also featured an intense face-off, with both fighters locking in a cold, unbreakable stare that said everything without words. The tension got so real that Dana White had to step in and separate them before things went too far. It's not just a war. It's two elite fighters stepping into the same ring for what feels like a once-in-a-lifetime event. Both Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have dominated across weight classes, collected titles, and silenced critics at every level. Reflecting on his fight with Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo explained how that experience still fuels him, recalling how Saunders' behavior before the fight pushed him into a more aggressive, almost ruthless mindset. And by saying that, he made it clear he expects something similar when he steps in against Crawford.
For Bud Crawford, you know, a lot of MMA fans, UFC fans, may not have ever seen you fight before, and they might tune in because Dana and the UFC are involved. So what has it been like maybe introducing yourself to a lot of MMA fans?
There were things Terence Crawford said that didn't sit well with Saul Canelo Alvarez, especially when Crawford mentioned that he doesn't care about living up to other people's standards. Canelo felt like Crawford came into the press conference with something to prove or someone specific he was trying to address.
A little bit more personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he welcome me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't fuck with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different.
During the press conference, Saul Canelo Alvarez made a similar claim. He told the media that moments from the last face-off may have been influenced by outside voices pushing Terence Crawford to come forward more aggressively. Then he took it a step further, warning Crawford directly that if he kept pushing things too far, it could cost him everything in the ring.
Before, I respect his word because he say, oh, I'm not gonna let somebody to tell me what I need to do. And he did. So, but you know me. Just, I respect everybody, but if you me, so it's gonna be different. You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost.
Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford got into a heated argument, with tensions boiling over quickly. During the exchange, Crawford said the rumors coming out of Canelo's camp didn't intimidate him. In fact, he stepped right up to prove he wasn't afraid, hinting that he's already locked in on his plan for the fight. Later on, Canelo pushed back on those claims, saying he never made those moves himself and instead pointed to comments coming from Crawford's uncle.
Somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared of shit.
Hey, I never say that. Your uncle say that, not me.
Even though he keeps saying it, Terence Crawford insists he doesn't fear anyone. At their last press conference, he told everyone he has no problem standing right in front of Saul Canelo Alvarez, a naturally bigger fighter. And in his eyes, Canelo will fully understand that reality once they finally step into the ring.
Scared of shit. And you're gonna find that out. As you've seen, the last press conference,
We'll see.
when I walked you down, when you supposed to be the bigger man.
Yeah, hey, you say that because you fighting with nobody, and you obviously look like you're a great fighter. But you find out September 13th, this is gonna be different for you.
And it's gonna be different from you as well.
On one side is Saul Canelo Alvarez, a Mexican hero and the undisputed super middleweight champion, boasting 63 wins, 39 knockouts, and only 2 losses. He has shared the ring with some of the very best. Fighters like Gennady Golovkin, Caleb Plant, Sergey Kovalev, and Miguel Cotto. Even though both fighters and fans are talking about how massive this fight could be, there's still an underlying tension about size, pressure, and expectations. At first, it seemed like Crawford might feel that gap, but now he's walking in fully aware that this is a defining moment and a massive night for Canelo.
See the presser yesterday, and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, he's a big lump, so I was always Canelo. Then I sort of leant towards Fast, but now I'm back with Canelo. So we'll see.
Canelo's an all-time great. He's an incredible fighter, and look, I actually think this is a bad fight for him because
Eddie Hearn said he leans more towards Saul Canelo Alvarez in this matchup. However, he also made it clear that this is not an easy fight for either side. He explained that Terence Crawford's unique style, his quick reactions, smooth movement, and constant adjustments, could turn the ring into a tactical chessboard and force Canelo to constantly chase the fight.
he'll engage a lot more than Skull, but he will be looking to do all the things where people have had success, which is use movement. Look at what Bivol did. Bivol had the perfect game plan. He boxed off the back foot, then he attacked, then he moved, then he, all that kind of stuff. And then Crawford will be looking to do exactly the same.
Eddie Hearn also said that Terence Crawford sees this fight as more than just money or another title. According to him, that's not the real motivation. Hearn believes Crawford views this as a chance to go beyond being a technical genius and become truly great, the kind of fighter who gets remembered in boxing history. He added that Crawford isn't chasing power or hype. His goal is to leave a lasting legacy and a memory in the sport.
It's a fight that's probably quite personal to him to prove himself as a great. And there is no doubt that if he wins this fight, he's a great. He's a pound for pound tremendous fighter. But
as the elephant in the room, the size difference had to be addressed as well. The fact that Terence Crawford fights at 147 pounds puts him in the welterweight division, while he's been eyeing the 168-pound champion for a long time, and the weight jump is clearly a major factor. Still, it's easy to see how big the adjustment really is. Crawford keeps calling out Saul Canelo Alvarez by name, and interestingly, Canelo hasn't shut the door on the idea. He's left it open, saying he'd take the fight seriously if the business side lines up.
47, obviously 154 now. But the money's the money, and he was never going to turn it down.
Saul Canelo Alvarez rose from a young prospect to one of boxing's biggest pay-per-view stars, winning titles across 4 weight classes, and building a dominant legacy inside and outside the ring. Known for his steel chin, body shots, and sharp counterpunching, he looked calmer and more composed than Terence Crawford at the press conference. He also spoke about working with Dana White and event organizers like Netflix, saying he respects UFC fighters and sees the collaboration as a big opportunity rather than competition. Canelo emphasized unity and professionalism, while analysts like Antonio Tarver described Crawford as fearless and mentally strong heading into the fight.
I've been telling y'all for the longest, that boy got that energy. And you know what energy I'm talking about? What is that? Tarver energy. Yes, sir. Tarver. He got that. Yes, and so sir. You know, when you get that, we don't see nobody, bro.
Antonio Tarver gave a sharper take on Saul Canelo Alvarez, saying that while Canelo is still tough, he hasn't faced a real test in a while, and his movement hasn't looked as sharp lately. He added that comfort can be dangerous in boxing, even for elite fighters, because it can slow reactions and edge. Tarver emphasized that Canelo will need to dig deep to be ready for Terence Crawford, highlighting Crawford's switch-hitting style and unbeaten reputation at higher levels. Crawford, who moved up through divisions after dominating at 147 and winning at 154, is now stepping up to challenge the most dangerous level at 168 in a bold move. Meanwhile, Frank Martin also weighed in, saying Crawford won't run or rely on pure defense like others might. He believes Crawford will engage in exchanges, use a speed advantage, and fight in bursts. Martin even suggested that Crawford's quickness could give him the edge against Canelo, despite the size difference.
Than him in
fast. Sometimes, man, like, just because a guy bigger, it don't always mean, like, you know, he can crack, but, you know, it's like Terence he gonna be the faster, you know, he gonna be the quicker fighter, the more explosive fighter, too, I feel like.
The idea is that smaller, faster fighters often have an edge over bigger opponents because of speed, timing, and movement. Bigger fighters aren't always better. Many are slower, and against a sharp puncher, one mistake can change everything. That's why speed can matter more than size in high-level fights. For Terence Crawford, a win over Saul Canelo Alvarez will be historic, possibly making him the first undisputed three-division champion in the four-belt era. Something even legends like Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, or Roy Jones Jr. never achieved.